Thank you for joining me. I hope y'all are doing well tonight. Let's see. Eternal, are you here, baby? What the heck is going on here? Alright. Eternal, where you at, baby? Let me see. Hi, beautiful people. Hold on. Where's Sunnyland? Okay. I was just making sure. Alright. So everybody knows what I'm doing, okay? I'm not ignoring y'all, but I am. So I can do this collective reading. So I'm not going to be reading this chat. Alright? Because Spirit is putting me on, you could say they're putting me on an energy diet. Trying to keep my energy as clear as possible. So once I'm done with the collective reading, I'll take this down because then anyone who wants a paid reading, I will be starting another stream after this to do just the paid readings. So, Eternal, can you explain that to them for me, baby, please, if you don't mind? I appreciate you. So thank you for joining me, beautiful people. No, I'm doing a collective reading. This is for everyone. It doesn't matter your zodiac sign. It's a collective reading, and it's a general reading. Take what messages resonate, leave behind the rest. If something doesn't fit, don't force it to fit. Leave it behind for someone else. Alright. Alright, Spirit. Show me. What is the energy for the overall, for this reading tonight? For the collective, please, and thank you. What's the energy? What's the overall energy, Spirit, for this reading? For the collective, please, and thank you. Organization. Alright, Spirit. Need one more. Pertaining to what, Spirit? guess we'll wait and see. Alright, Spirit. Show me. Spirit, show me. Show me recent past, Spirit. No. No, Spirit. Show me recent past. Show me present, Spirit. What's at the center? Well, y'all been busy trying to manifest something. Something you're excited about. Maybe even someone. But for some reason, you're still not feeling fulfilled by it. Spirit, show me advice. Please. Show me advice, Spirit. Give me one more, Spirit. Tell me more. Best possible outcome. Something feels off. Alright, Spirit. Come on, protect. I'll just use this one. Clarify. Clarify, Spirit. Why is this here? Tell me more. Some of y'all are really focusing on this feels like a relationship, feels romantic, but for some of y'all this is having to do with a project or a career move. Something you've manifested, but though you've manifested it, it's creating problems to where there's might be someone involved that has too much of a perfectionism complex, we'll say. Even though you're here trying to build this connection, working on the foundation, of this relationship, whether this is romantic or professional. It could even apply to a friendship. So I have the Three of Wands here with the Eight of Pentacles, but it came out reverse with the Three of Pentacles following it. So that means to me that y'all are trying to build this foundation. Even though it's creating problems, maybe things are, I feel like someone's clashing. There's a clashing of the minds, clashing of personalities even, or ideas. And now you're trying to figure out if it's worth giving more to try and work this out with this person, or to continue with this project or this career move. So Spirit, clarify this. Why is this here? No. Yeah, you're feeling at a loss. Even though I have the Three of Wands with this Three of Pentacles here in the past, I have Six of Pentacles, but I also have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And so you're feeling at a loss. You don't feel like this is worth giving, so it's making you feel unfulfilled. You might even feel like you're alone. You're not getting what you put into it. And you're trying to figure out if it's fair. Are you being fair, or are they being fair to you? Spirit, clarify this. No. Clarify. Why is this here? Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, you're kind of like, I feel like you're stalling. You're not giving it more because you don't feel like you're getting the kind of return you should be from either this job, this project, or even this relationship, if not all of the above. Because I have double justice down here. There's justice, and then there's justice right there. So it's lacking that foundation where you feel like it's fair, where you're receiving as much as you're giving in. Because I even have the Tower, but the Tower came in reverse. That's telling me that this needs to change, that there has to be a transitional period. Whether you give it, I don't know, another week to see if anything changes, 1 or 2 weeks, or decide that it's time to give it up and walk away. You know that, this project, this career, or even this relationship, I don't feel like you feel like this person is bad. They just may not have their priorities in line with yours, we'll say. They have a lot to offer, or this job has a lot to offer, but where you could build your foundation and you find your abundance being prosperous, but there still feels this lack of mental and emotional fulfillment. So, Spirit, clarify. Why is this King of Pentacles here? Tell me more. Yeah, Spirit's saying even someone might be focusing too much on the past instead of focusing on the here and now and the present. And so with that being said, it's like either you or this other person, or we'll say even this project, job, this relationship where I feel like people are bringing too much of the past into the present instead of just focusing on the here and now. So people are like going back to the past. Well, you used to do this, or you were this way, or you were that way, or, you know, when we would get together, we'd have talks, you know, it was more fun, it was more of this, it was more of that, you know, you've changed, you know, why are you not doing this anymore? Why are you not doing that anymore? And instead of, you know, Spirit saying, instead of asking the question, why are they not doing anything more? Why are you not? Because it's lacking that substance. It's lacking an equal give and take with this Six of Pentacles. So if you want this person or this company, this project, this employer, but it still involves people, so that, you know, the relationship, if you want this person or group of people to be more like what you're used to them being, you need to give back, because they're standing up for themselves right now with the Seven of Wands, and they're not backing down. They feel like they have to defend themselves, you know, because they feel like they've given more than what they're receiving back from you. So Spirit saying, if you want this relationship to continue, if you want this, you know, relationship even in a work dynamic to grow, for you to flourish, but for all of y'all to flourish, you're going to have to put some work in to make it feel fair and balance with this Justice card. Otherwise, you might end up losing this person, or even this job, or this project may not end up coming out to be exactly what you had hoped or dreamed it would be. So, Spirit saying it's time. You know, if you want your, you know, wishes, dreams to be fulfilled, you need to bring more to the table. It can't just be one-sided. That's what Spirit just said. Alright, Spirit. Clarify this for me, please. Why is the Strength card here? Spirit saying there's an opportunity to still build on this with this Ace of Pentacles. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, things can grow. Things can get better. But the choice is yours with this Judgment card. Because I have the Six of Swords down here that show me things have been chaotic. You know, they haven't been in alignment, we'll say, where both people feel they're getting an equal give and take. So, Spirit's showing me right here, there's an opportunity for this to grow with this Ace of Pentacles. But again, it's going to have to be you stepping up, you know, being more vulnerable, be willing to give, you know, instead of just taking, you know, whether this is time, energy, ideas, resources, all of the above, you know, it's going to, you know, everyone's going to give me a different answer, because there's just this big emptiness here. And so I feel like, you know, whether it's on your end, on their end, both of y'all, there needs to be a meeting of the minds. What are you willing to give, you know, to this person, this situation, this group of people, so it feels balanced and fair? You know, Spirit's not saying to walk away from it. But they're saying, if you want to come out feeling like this King of Pentacles and having your wishes fulfilled with this Nine of Cups, you're going to still have to do some of this. Having justice, which is all about fairness, and being strong, you know, not being over demanding, or feeling like Spirit said like someone owes you something. So you can have all of this with this Ace of Pentacles here. So you can feel like, you know, King or Queen of the World will say, like, you know, your relationship will grow. The arguments, disputes will mend, they will heal. Whether this is romantic, friendship, or professional. To where, you know, you give your work, you get equal pay for your work. You know, you give to a relationship, you know, your time, your energy, resources, and so on. That person gives back to you. But it has to be this equal give and take. It can't just be this way, where it's off balance. Because if you keep approaching people in relationships, situations that way, you're going to lose. And more people will walk away from you because they're not just going to stick around and just be like a punching bag or be the person that, you know, always feels like they have to, you know, fix everything for everyone. To where they walk away not feeling great, you know, they feel drained instead. So it's up to you to decide. Are you willing to give more instead of just take? The choice is yours. I can't tell y'all what to do. I can only give you the messages that Spirit brings forward. It's up to you to make those changes or decide what's right for you. But there is an opportunity to build on this, for things to grow and get better. But you're going to have to step up to the plate and be able to give to it just as much as, you know, receiving. So you decide. Alright, Spirit. Let me pull this one card out. Spirit, what's the message for the collective, please? Show me, Spirit. And it tastes right. Spirit, show me. Alright. To overcome, you first have to climb. Let's see. I need to find it. Alright. To overcome, you first have to climb. And it says, fear is heavy and has been pulling you down. So now is the time to lift your thoughts and lighten your mind by focusing on the good things you have experienced. thus far and the bright prospects still to come. Your guardian spirits want you to become lighter, and you can do this by overcoming the obstacles that are preventing you from achieving your goals. By working on your fears, you can remove dark and fearful thoughts from your mind and light the path ahead of you. Once you see clearly, you will recognize that success is just around the corner. The light mind rises higher and sees more because it has lost the fear for which once caused it to be tied down. So Spirit wants you to overcome your fear. Overcome your fear of connection. Overcome your fear of feeling like, Spirit said, playing the victim and being more of a leader. Someone that people will be proud to be around, to work with, to communicate with, to build with. Whether that's just, an exchange of, words, time, energy, ideas, friendship, professionally, but even romantically. You can't keep expecting other people to, still give if you keep fearing that they're just going to walk away from you or that they're not going to give to you because, you're, over there, been, taken for granted in the past. Maybe you gave more to people in the past before and people walked all over you. And maybe you didn't feel like you were appreciated. Or maybe someone hurt you. Well, you can't go around treating the next person, the people after that, the same as the people from your past. And that was, one of the reasons why I saw you in the Six of Cups in the layout, because that's talking about, even to me, about the past still haunting you. You're still bringing past events into your present, and that's poisoning you from achieving your greatest, highest goals. Instead of, facing these challenges head on, you're running away from them. Why? Because you're afraid of getting hurt. You're afraid of failure. You're afraid that, the people you get close to aren't going to see you for who you are, or they're going to accept you for who you are and love you and appreciate you the same that, maybe, you felt you weren't receiving in the past. And like I said, maybe you gave, more than the past. And so now you're kind of holding out. Spirit saying you got to stop holding out. You want others to give to you, to acknowledge you, to, have opportunities to work with you. You're going to have to get over those fears and be willing to invest in it, invest in them. Otherwise, you're just going to have surface level connections, is what Spirit said. And that fear, you'll never overcome it, which means you'll never climb these stairs to your highest dreams, to your highest goals, to the highest, potential you can be or who you can become. So Spirit saying the opportunity's here, but it might walk away from you too, because I pick up someone in your energy that, they're saying, I'm giving to you. Where are you gonna give to me now? Where are you gonna help me? How are you gonna, see, what I've given to you, and appreciate it instead of taking it for granted. So it's up to y'all. Other times, there will be those moments in life, and I think this is even true when it comes to romantic relationships, we'll say, where people will say, oh, well, I want someone where it's 50-50. Well, relationships aren't 50-50. Relationships are 100-100. Okay, but what it comes down to is you have to understand there's going to be times where you may have to be the one. Instead of giving, just 100% of yourself, maybe it's 120, maybe it's 130. Because maybe your partner or your friend or your family member or work colleague, maybe they're going through something. And they just can't give as much to you then. So maybe you only get, 60, 70%. And so you've got to give a little more then. But then come down the road, the tables can be reversed to where maybe you don't have enough of yourself to give. to keep the relationship going. So maybe you only give 60, 70, and the other person is giving, 130. So it's going to be that way. And you have to understand that. As long as you both, whether we're talking about in a romantic relationship, talking in friendships, even family and work, if we both and all of us can understand that in the same concept, I think a lot less relationships would make it, whether it's romantic or friendships, we'll just say, to where people would feel like, well, I remember all them times that you were there for me, you gave to me, and, I see you're struggling. So you know what? It's time for me to step up now and give more to you. Okay, and I'm not saying that you just, all right, well, I'll slack off here a little bit because I gave all I could give and they weren't giving as much. It's like an ebb and flow relationship in that way, yes, but you still hope that the person is still giving you 100%, but what maybe they're giving you is 100% of that 70% that they have. They're giving you all of what 70% they can give at the time. But like I said, maybe the next time they give you 120, 130, because you're only able to be there, and give 60, 70% of yourself. As long as it's the best 60, 70% of yourself, then yeah, you can see those relationships grow. If there is that foundation, that understanding, you both understand that. Otherwise, the relationships, the dynamics you build, it's just going to be surface level. And unfortunately, in the world we live in today, there's so many more of those relationships happening where it's just surface level. It's superficial to me. Instead of people really taking the time and making the investment in people, getting to know them, just as much as you want them to get to know you and be part of your life, you still got to give to them too. So that's something that, I think overall, I think some of us have been learning that, here in recent months, where, boundaries have to be set and, things have to be said. And it's not, people have to speak the truth. And it's not that, people are trying to, be hurtful, but they're trying to say, listen, I've given this. Now, what are you going to give to me? How, why is I'm always giving, but there's nothing there left for me, to give back to, you're not going to find a lot of that unless you take the time and investment. And also have those conversations with people and lay it out, because like I said, it's not 50-50, it's 100-100. And that doesn't matter whether it's friendship, family, or romantic, or even in a professional manner. Because you're going to find it that when people give so much of themselves and they don't feel like they're getting anything back, they're going to walk away, or they're going to pull their energy back. And you may find, the next time you need them, are they going to be there? It's questionable. If they got something going on and they don't feel like they're, being, appreciated the same way that, they were showing you, then they may not be there. Is there a risk of getting hurt? Yes. But there's always going to be that risk. Nothing's guaranteed. So, do you want to be more of that person that goes deep? Have those deeper connections instead of focusing on the outside and, what, other people are doing, instead of focusing on what you already have and appreciating it? Because if you do that, then more people, they're going to be there 1 minute, next minute they're going to be gone. So that's why I keep my circle small. Because I understand I want to give to the people who've given to me, who've been there for me. And I give them that time with me because they've made that investment in me. So it's time for me to make that investment in them. And so it's a give and take. And so it's like here, even in the past recent weeks, it's like Spirit told me to take a step back. from here. Because a lot of times it's like I get drained and I have nothing left to give. And nobody's giving, you know, back to me. And also, it's like I was telling a friend last night, you know, one of the reasons why I started reading tarot, not just because of my psychic abilities, but because I wanted to help people. And in doing so, you know, I told Divine, you know, I work for the Divine. And that's exactly what I do. I work for the Divine, you know, AKA God, higher being, source, whatever word you want to label it by. And so I told, you know, Divine a long time ago, when they call me, when I get called to do a reading, you know, just a collective reading, you know, someone needs my help who didn't ask for it, I'll give it because why? The Divine asked me to. Because that's, you know, where the messages come from. And then, so with that being said, it's like when I drain too much of myself out here, the Divine can't come through as clearly because I'm not taking the time of pulling my energy back, you know, when I'm not here and allowing those messages come through. Just talking to people in general. It doesn't mean one person specifically, but usually when I do collective readings, it's, you know, it's the collective. It's multiple people. It's not just one. But sometimes Spirit will have me come through and do it for someone. Someone needed my help. And because the Divine asked me, I do it. So, and I noticed last week, some of the messages have been a lot clearer. Where it just comes out of nowhere. And I say, okay. And so I answer when Spirit calls me. And that's what I told y'all. But, you know, it's like I told my friend last night. You know, it's hard to even bring those messages through sometimes if I'm just here just, you know, I don't even want to say playing around, but I'm not using my abilities. And, you know, because I'm focused, I'm trying to build my connections with people out here, yes, but at the same time, it's like I have to turn off Spirit for a minute to focus on y'all because I won't sit here and engage in a conversation and leave that, you know, pathway open then. So I gotta close that door for a minute, which means I'm not listening to the Divine, you know, and because I can't go through and tap into y'all's energy like that individually because it takes too much out of me. The only time I could do that is when people pay me to do that. And then that's when I do that, which is the other reason why I focus on making my reading streams for paid readings for only those who come for a paid reading. So the energy that's there is the people I'm reading for. And there's nobody else's energy getting entangled with it. And so I can give more of my time and focus on that. So again, it's like, you know, I'm telling y'all, like that reading, how much are you willing to give to the people around you? Because it seems unbalanced, is what Spirit keeps saying to me. And it's interesting because that message came up recently in one of the other readings I did in the past week, I think. So, it was like Spirit's breaking it forward again. But anyhow, beautiful people, let's see. If y'all want a reading, there is the link in the chat. I'm sure my mods have already pointed out to where my name's highlighted in yellow. And y'all will be able to see, let me get this thing off, how to send a payment. Because in order for you to be in that stream, you would have to go through and send your payment first. And then I have to send you the link to the stream. Because it won't be out here in the open for everybody to watch. Hi, Sunnyland. So, beautiful people. Eternal Light's right. I'm not ignoring y'all. Let me make myself clear again, okay? I can't sit here for hours on end and just hang out and chat with y'all, okay? Spirit, my divine, is saying to me, I have to pull my energy back. So, when I come on here to do the collective reading, I'm here to do the collective reading, which is to include everyone. So I have to focus on what I'm doing and put my energy there. So I come on, I say hello to everyone at once, so I can conserve some of my energy. And then the rest of it goes into the people who pay me to do a personal reading for them. So, beautiful people, if you think I'm ignoring you, I'm not. I just can't give you all that energy right now. Not individually, one-on-one. So, unless you want to pay for a reading with me, then I could give you all my time in that reading. Or even for my memberships. So, my beautiful people, if you want a paid reading, the info is in the description box. And let's see, it's 11:15. If anybody has any questions about the reading, about a paid reading, y'all can let me know now. Otherwise, I'm going to end the stream. Yes, if you want a personal reading, you need to go through and send it to my PayPal and send me your email. Because the only way you're going to get the link to the paid reading stream is you send me your email so I can send the link to you. Hi, Andre. For the group reading, hey, Andre, I'll explain it to you this way, baby. When I do live stream readings, they're $40. Okay, so if you've watched, any of my past streams, which I know you've been here, and seen a few of them, where I do those, individual readings on a stream, I'm doing the same thing, but you're going into a separate stream. And the only people who are going to be in that stream are people who paid for a personal reading. So it'll be me, maybe one or two of my mods, and, if I have a list of people who are getting a paid reading. And each person that's there, except for my mods, would be getting a paid reading. But if you want one that's one-on-one, where it's not streamed, it's private, I know I sent you an email and told you what that price is, baby. Andre, I mean, if you want a $20 reading, baby, you gotta send me the payment. And then I gotta put you in and send you the link for the stream. Because the stream, it won't be here, baby. I have to focus, when I read for people, I have to focus on that person's energy. So, people who are just here, that are not getting a paid reading, this is to show respect to you, but also to me. Because unfortunately, what's happened in the past is when I do a personal reading for someone, people will come in and, they'll say hi, that's fine. I don't mind people saying hi, but, I would hope they would at least first wait and see what I'm doing, and then you see people that, they'll keep saying hi, or they'll say something else, or they'll talk about the reading, but I'm focused on someone's reading that I'm reading for. But, them constantly, saying something, it interferes. So I'm trying to cut that out and only focus on the people who are paying me to read for them. If that makes any sense. Oh, you sent me an email? Okay, baby. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I'll look for it. Okay, baby. Thank you, Andre. I'll do the mini reading for you, baby. I think I saw your email, so I'll send you the link. So, if anybody else wants a personal paid reading from me, here's your time. But I need y'all to send it to PayPal, so I can send you the email to the link. Or send you the link to your email. So, Andre, let's see, it's 11:22. Eternal, Sunnyland. We'll say we'll start the paid reading stream at 11:45. Give me a few minutes so I can run to the restroom and grab another drink. Okay, Andre? Let me see. Well, did it go to my spam folder? Andre, if you sent me an email today, baby, I didn't get it. But let me find the other one. I got so much junk. Yeah, Andre, send me an email. Send me another email, baby, if you can, because I'm not seeing it. Hi, Shelby. How you doing, beautiful? I get so busy doing other readings, the recordings, and sometimes my email doesn't even get looked at for a couple of days just because. or when I shut down. Oh, I think I just found it. Okay, Andre, I just found it, baby. It was at the bottom. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Shelby. Alright, let me see. Shelby, I have to put you in the paid reading stream, beautiful. Hold on. I have to send it to you, girlfriend. Let's see if I can change this. We'll just say midnight. No, Shelby, that's sweet of you, beautiful. Well, I sent you a link. So, you can come, beautiful. You're one of my mods anyways. Why is this up there the way it is? I don't like that. No. It's good, beautiful. Just been working on a project, so I was running late today. Andre, I sent you the email, baby, so check it. Make sure you got it. And thank you for your donation. And Shelby, thank you so much for that, honey. If anybody else wants a paid reading, here's your chance to send a donation. And in case people are wondering, if you pull up my Zelle or my PayPal, it says my legal name, which first name's Amanda, the last name is Nakano. And you'll see a picture of me in front of a Christmas tree wearing a red top. That's how you know it's me. Just look for my name. Because the payment apps won't have me listed under Tropical Empress and Spirit. The link is, but when you pull up the account, it has to have my legal name. Just so y'all know, okay? So, Sunnyland Eternal, let me send you the link but before I forget that too. Okay, Andre, good. I'm glad you got it. Let me, before I forget to do this. Okay, Eternal and, Sunnyland, I sent y'all the link too. So, we'll start it at, midnight my time. So, Eternal, that would make it 10 p.m. your time. And I don't know, Shelby, I think you're at the same time as me. You are too, Andre, so it'll be midnight. Eternal, did you get it, baby? Okay. Shelby, I sent the link through the PayPal, honey. It's tonight, beautiful, but it's at midnight. To give me a chance to run to the restroom and go check on my cats. And then I'll start the stream at midnight. But I know for my mods, one of them's in a different time zone, so we're all on the same timeline. Yeah, a few of us are. Yeah, so it's 10 p.m. for you, Eternal. And I can't remember about Sunnyland. Okay, beautiful. So, I'll see y'all in the paid reading stream in 20 minutes. Eternal, Sunnyland, Andre, and Shelby. So it's 8:38 your time. So it'd be 9 p.m. for you. Yeah, I thought you were in a different time zone. Shelby, I sent it to you through PayPal. I sent you an email from your PayPal you sent me. Thank you. Yeah, my girlfriend made me a crown. She said I need to have a crown since I'm an empress. So she wanted to make me look like an empress. So thank you. Do I look like an empress to y'all now? Now that I got a crown. She made it out of freaking A. I'm drawing a blank. Clear quartz crystals, I think is what she told me. Thank you, Shelby. Oh, thank you, honey. You're so sweet. Much love to you, girlfriend. Alright. So 9 p.m. for you, Sunnyland, which is in 20 minutes. Eternal, 10 p.m. for you, 20 minutes from now. And Andre and Shelby, 20 minutes from now, which is midnight for us. So I'll see y'all in there. So thank you everyone for being here. I hope y'all enjoyed the collective reading. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I do also have a exclusive membership to my YouTube where y'all get a daily short, quick card pull from me. And I'll be doing some members only live streams. And then I also have a Patreon one too. So all those, the Patreon links in the description box. I think you could see the membership for the YouTube right next to the subscribe button if you're interested in that. Alright, beautiful people. So those who will be in the paid readings, say y'all in there. And everybody else, I'm sending y'all away with much love and light. Till next time.